AWOL DJs.
Test, 1, 2. Big shout to my man DJ Will E is in the building, y'all. My man Greg S is in the building. Big Tim is in the building. I see you. Y'all gotta check out my man Will E. He's a bad DJ. You understand?
How about that? How about now? Everybody should be able to hear me. Good morning, everyone. It is the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J and my girl Barbi Cologne.
You know it.
Yes, Shawn is actually out today, but that is fine because we are going to carry through, and it's a great morning on this Throwback Thursday. It is January 20th. 2022, and we are going to sorry, you all. I was just moving around the cameras and making sure we got started right. I'm not on this side of the production a lot, so getting myself situated is a little much, but it'll be fine. I want to give a shout out to everybody that is affiliated with us today, where we are streaming on. You guys can catch us at 94.5 The Blaze out in Rochester, New York. Shout out to everyone listening on 108 Soul, New York. We appreciate you guys. Definitely you can watch us on Facebook.com. We're on Facebook right now. We're on iHeartRadio, the TuneIn app, Comedy World Net, Comedy Cloud. So we are everywhere. Definitely want to make sure that you follow us. We are going to get started this morning with the morning buzz. You guys know this is the only place where you get your morning started right. So we're going to get into that this morning. Then we're also going to get into Senny Says, where I will let you know what's going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. So you definitely want to stick around for that. Good morning, Barbi.
Good morning, Senny. Good morning, everyone. Here in Bethlehem, where we broadcast live to you from right now, it is 36 degrees, and that will be the high today. It is, we have a snow and rain mix going on outside. It's going to do that till about maybe noonish, so it may just be like maybe about an inch accumulation. So please be careful if you're out. 35 in Stroudsburg, 36 for the high, and snow as well. Until about noon. In Newark, New Jersey, it's 38 degrees. The high is going to be 39, and it's going to snow until about noon with maybe just an inch or two accumulation. So if you're out there, and the roads will be slippery, guys, so please be careful. In New York City, 38 and 39 for the high, and snow. In Atlanta, 50 degrees right now, going up to a high of 51. It's going to rain all morning until about noon. So please be careful while you're driving, and the rest of the day is going to be cloudy. Miami, 71 degrees, 77 for the high and partly cloudy. In Chicago, it's 10 degrees right now, going up to 18 for the high and clear. 49 in Los Angeles, 74 for the high and fair. In Louisville, it is 23 degrees right now, and that it will be the high of 23 and cloudy. 13 in Rochester, cloudy, and 13 for the high. That's the weather I have for you all. What's it look like where you are? Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J, where you get your morning started right.
That's right, Barbi, the only place where we get the morning started right. So you guys also want to make sure you stay tuned. We are going to be giving you Front Page News with Senny J, where I will let you know what's going on locally, nationally, and globally. There's a lot of stuff out there, so you guys stick around for that, which I'm sure you will because you're all here right now. So tell a friend to tell a friend. We're definitely going to get started with you guys. The first thing actually that I wanted to get started off with for this morning buzz this morning is a post that I've come across lately. I first came across it on TikTok, and then it it's been going on for a couple days, and now we finally have the ending to it, and it's getting some mixed reviews out there. So I want to get you all's take on that. And you can definitely give us a call in. Are we still able to do that, Barbi?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can call in. The number is
610-438-8086.
Okay, yes. So you guys call in on that, and I'm going to see if I can play the clip for you. I don't know if anybody remembers back in the day, Craigslist. I don't know if anybody still uses Craigslist. Do you still use Craigslist? Sometimes it was like an online classified, and it was really big, back in my day, in the 90s and everything like that. But I didn't realize it until later, because now Craigslist is like, I don't know, a scammer site. Sometimes I go in there to find little things, but people just be on there scamming, running amok. So you really got to weed through all of that if you're really trying to find something. But they had a section that was called Lost Connections. And the actual way that I actually heard, and I don't even know, they might still be going strong on the Lost Connections section of the Craigslist app. But basically, it would be like if I was on the plane and, some guy sat next to me who was super cute and we were vibing. But you know how sometimes you meet somebody, y'all have a great vibe, and then they just leave. Like, it's not the moment to really ask for numbers and all of that. And you just leave, and you're just like, wow, like, that person was really great. Like, why didn't I get their number, or what happened?
Yes.
Right. So you're just like kicking yourself, right? Well, on Craigslist, people would put like, met this great guy at at the basketball game. They would give the location. They would say, I was wearing a blue hat with a red shirt, and the guy was, like white or black, and he had on this or whatever. Right. And I had a really great time with you, and, hit me up. And people would do that. And I think Ellen DeGeneres used to do sometimes she would bring these people on her show to do the lost connections. So I think this situation is kind of like an updated form of the lost connections.
Yeah, I've seen them videos.
On Craigslist and stuff like that. Has that ever happened to you, Barbie? You had where somebody you had a lost connection. You were like, oh, I wish I would have got that person's number.
I usually get the number.
She's like, I usually get. I've had several.
I get the contact info. Hey, let's hang out.
I know, because I think it's just because I just talk to everybody all the time.
Right.
And I'm one of those people, like, I'll talk to you, like, in line. They'll be like, what the hell? So I'm always finding great people. And not even, like, just guys, like, just women, too.
Right,
I'd be like, I really like that girl. Like, so, but this is what happened with this girl. I'm going to try and play it. She did an update. Did it get sent to your phone? Let's see. I'm going to try and play it on Barbie's phone because, this setup that Shawn has is only for, it's for Android devices only.
Oh, don't do that, Senny. That's not nice.
So I don't understand it. It doesn't compute for me.
Oh, Senny J being real disrespectful to the droids.
So, can you put your thing? Is there a thing or I have to take it off the case? Okay, so we're going to take off the case. Basically, and I was going to put it in the group room, but we had to start and do all this stuff. And I actually have to watch the time because we're on a timer now, because we're working with people that actually have a schedule and know how things are supposed to run. Oh, there's no cord. Okay, so what happened was this woman, she went down to Miami. I'm going to see if maybe I'll just play it through the speaker and you guys can tell me if you can hear it. It might sound a little crazy. Let's see. Let me try and play it like this and see if you guys can hear it.
And before I give that update, here's some background. I was in Miami looking all good in the ocean, and my friend was taking pics of me. When he came up to me and he introduced himself, my friend thought he was bold, so she kept recording. After we got out the ocean, he did give me his number, but I was lit, and I thought I saved it, but I didn't. So the update is that he is indeed married, and I won't be reaching out to him. His wife did request that I leave my post up, as you can see in this clip. And all I have to say is, ladies, don't believe in fairy tales. You may go viral.
Okay, so along with her clip, along with that audio, there's a clip of the gentleman. Basically, you can see them. They're like wading in the water, and she's like touching his hands, and he's touching hers, and they're just being, touchy-feely in the water. But it is a little suggestive as to if you would consider it cheating. I'm going to see if I can put it in this camera for you, for all of us that are watching. If you're watching on YouTube or if you have the ability to be on Facebook right now, I'm going to show you part of it so you can see, because I couldn't let you listen to the audio and see it at the same time. So I'll play it for you right here to see if you see it. Oh, here you go. Oh, wait, hold on. Can you guys see that? Hold on. It's coming. Put a pause on that. Hold on. Okay, hold on. You see? They're talking, he's putting his hands, he's touching hands. That's the post from his wife. His wife DM'd her. So if you were able to see a little bit of that, let me know in the chat room what you guys think. Was that considered cheating? The wife had messaged her in the DMs, and the wife was basically like, the wife gave her, because in the clip, the woman said that she said she didn't save his phone number right. I don't know. She said she was drunk and she didn't really save his number, which if you have an iPhone, you can put somebody's number in and you can do the whole save thing. But usually if you just, act like you're going to call it, you have that number in your last saved. But if you just type in a number but don't do anything after, you could possibly lose it. So she said she, quote unquote, lost the number because she didn't save it right. So, a little part of me is like, did you even really get the number? Because a lot of people now do stuff on social media just for clout, just to have some type of situation to put out there to, get likes, because that post, her original post when she was just hanging out with him and said, y'all help me find this man, I hope he's not married. That original post that she put out got over 5 million views. So, it speaks to, I think, the curiosity of people. I also think people love a good love story, and their connections seem cool. So I guess a lot of people feel like if they can anyway feel like they can help facilitate two people getting together, I guess that's something that they would try and do. So I can imagine that's why it got so many likes. But basically the wife had said in the DM, she gave her the guy's number and was like, here, tell him that, I think her name was Sheree. He was like, tell him that Sheree gave you this number. And, the girl was like, I'm so sorry. I did not know that he was married. So the girl told her, I will not be pursuing this any further. And the wife, she basically was like, no, I totally understand. But could you please leave this post up so that he won't be able to deny this? And, I'm going to leave this up. But the wife, this is why people don't get involved with people in relationships, right? Because the wife, she seemed like she was upset, but it seemed like she was trying to be more petty than like distraught over the situation. I don't know if this is something that may have happened to her before. So she's just, trying to navigate it and everything like that. But, it was definitely something to see. The guy actually made a response video to the whole situation. So I will let you guys hear his response and you can let me know what you think. So hold on one second to hear what this guy had to say about the whole debacle. Hold on one second.
Off rip, a little weird, different. But whatever. I'm cool, let's go. Definitely have weird vibes, but alright, whatever, check it out. Yeah. Stay with chopping up with you,
He was talking about how they met in the water.
Was like, hey, I think one of your girls. Hey, you want to get a photo? You want to get a photo? Like, yeah, whatever. I'm in Miami. Turn up. Hey, Miami, hey, have fun. Having fun. Nothing serious. That's why the hug, so-called hug, friendly little hug. Because if I was really trying to get on and cheat, it would have been something, grasping, something more intimate, something, Definitely not the intention at all. Even my wordplay, even what I was talking to you about was just stupid little stuff. I never pressed you to want to do anything. If I was really trying to move in a cheater's way, ma'am, I don't know how many guys actually holler at you, but I would have invited you over to, my peoples. We was on the sand, drinking.
Okay, whatever. Sir, I'm tired of hearing from you. You talk weird anyway. He basically was just pretty much saying he's seen a girl in the water. She basically said when she was in the water, he walked up to her. His rendition of what happened, he said that he was in the water and she got up and he saw her come into the water. Okay. And, just decided to just say, hey, how you doing? I guess talk about the weather or whatever. And basically, he just was being friendly, just being nice. And if he had wanted to have a smash happen, he was going to have a smash happen. It would have went down if that's what he was really trying to do. So, I mean, I feel like, sir, just your delivery, the way you were talking in that clip right now, you weren't saying much of anything. You had on that stupid little voice that, I'm not even going to say men, but when you're trying to explain something, but you just shucking and jiving, so you just saying anything, you start making like a weird voice and just talking weird and mumbling and trying to rush through certain events. That's what it's giving to me. You're giving very much trying to run through something, trying to make it seem like what it wasn't. So people said that she didn't have no, people are saying that she just did it for clout. Some people said that, he shouldn't have been on touching and feeling on her if he's married. So I'd like to know what you guys are saying in the chat room, how you guys are feeling, because that actually happened to me. Since, we're all on the topic of Costa Rica, shout out to Leslie Jacobs, Team Lady Diamonds, and experienced Antigua 2022, the takeover. So you guys definitely, if you are thinking about that trip, you need to do it, because when we did it last year for Costa Rica, it was absolutely amazing. It was my first time out of the country. Amazing. But when we were in Costa Rica, okay, I was out there with Vonetta, okay? And it wasn't the server or my guy that I was trying to find. I was still trying to find him. But we were out on the beach, and I was actually talking to one of the gentlemen on the beach, and after I was done talking, here come actually I'm not even gonna put it on Vanetta. I don't know if it was her or LaShawn Haynes Jones, one of y'all. They took a picture of me talking to the guy, and they were like, look at you talking to this guy. And I'm like, what? You guys took a picture? What is going on with y'all? So it was one of those moments. So it's like let's say somebody posted it, and even though she was the one that posted her encounter with this guy, do you feel like maybe sometimes certain things need to stay just on vacation? Was it something that she should have just posted out there for everybody to see? Because also, I mean, I kind of feel like it's also a little bit, playing devil's advocate, it's a little bit of invasion of privacy for that gentleman. What if he's living life on the low? What if he didn't have no social media and you just putting this gentleman's information out there? But he did kind of pose for a picture, so I guess he knew. So definitely tell us what you guys think in the comments, candid or not. Would you put your stuff out there like that? Or have you ever wanted to do a lost connection? Y'all, you can call in here. We can do a lost connections on this show. If you guys have somebody that, you saw in the grocery store one day and they didn't have, you didn't get the digits, you didn't get the social media. I've started doing that too lately. Instead of me getting somebody's number, I found, or, at least if it's a guy that I want to, continue the conversation further, but I don't want to be thirsty, what's your number? You know what I mean? Because I don't know, just girls asking for it. But I feel like, you can, but I don't know. I just don't like doing it. I would like the guy to ask me for my number first, traditional values, whatever. So I'll ask for their social media. And that is also a good thing, ladies, because a lot of guys, they'd be like, oh, I don't have social media. So that's not a red flag, but I will say it's a yellow flag, because I'm going to be like, me, I'm immediately going to be like, well, why don't you have any social media? I'm not going to say that, but these are things that are running through my head. And I'll be like, oh, of course, no problem. And then after that, so it can go usually one of two ways. If you give the social media, if you ask for social media and they're like, no, I don't have any. and you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Well, no problem. Like, it was great seeing you. They'll usually be like, oh, well, let me get your number. Boom. Great. Everybody's happy. That's what I wanted anyway. And then, you wait like 5 days for them to hit you up, right? Or they don't say anything. And to me, I just immediately go to reject zone. I was like, oh, so he don't got no social media and he don't want me to have his number. Okay, fine. Because I'm not going to offer mine. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, if you want to call me or text me, I'm not. Which is probably why I have a lot of lost connections. But definitely social media is where it's at. Let us know in the comments, yay or nay. We are going to go to a break really quick, and we will be right back. Let me know. Call in. Okay, so that was a really quick break. Shout out to everybody at 108 Soul New York. I am so sorry because I don't think they heard anything that I was saying, but it's okay. Lost connections. That's basically what I was just talking about for like the last 10 minutes. So I'm going to get in to some Senny Says. We're just going to give you some weather really quickly.
Yes. Barbi Cologne here with the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Today's weather is a little chilly, a little cold, a little rainy, a little snowy. Here in Bethlehem, where we broadcast live to you from right now, it's 36 degrees. Today's high is just going to be 36. We are getting a little rain and snow mix going on. It's going to be like that until about noon-ish, so please be careful if you're out. 35 in Stroudsburg, 36 for the high, and snow until about noon. In Newark, New Jersey, it's 38 right now, going up to a high of 39. It's going to snow till midday, and it's going to be a little slippery and a little cool out, so please be careful. In New York City, 38 right now, 38 for the high and snow. 50 in Atlanta, 51 for the high, rain all morning, and cloudy for the rest of the day. In Miami, 71 degrees. 77 for the high, and partly cloudy. 10 degrees in Chicago, 18 is going to be the high today and clear. 49 in Los Angeles, fair, and 74 for the high. In Louisville, it's 23 degrees, and that will be the high of 23, and cloudy. 13 in Rochester, and that will be the high of 13, and it's going to be cloudy. That's the weather I have for you all. Wasn't looking like where you are. Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J, where you get your morning started, right?
That's right. Thank you so much for that, Barbie. And Barbie, if you see any pertinent comments to what we're talking about, Prentice Cox in the chat room is going to say, exactly, nobody sees it as weird to put out a worldwide search for someone who you had one conversation with. Cue in the huge amount of sarcasm put into that comment. Right. Prentice, I just want to say that it is not weird because if you believe in things like soulmates, twin flames, certain things like that, I don't think it's crazy.
She was shooting her shot and got shot down.
You know what I'm saying? Five, you can be a lost connection doesn't just have to be, 2 or 3 minutes. It can be, you guys could have maybe started a job or something, spent the whole day together. They left the next day or something. You don't know. Like, anything is possible and happen. So if you want to put out a worldwide search for anybody, Senny J from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show is totally behind you. I don't think that there's any problem with that. So people, shoot your shot. And if you missed shooting your shot, you can go and do it again on the internet.
Right.
You could go ahead, do it again on the internet.
Where I search out.
And get other people to help you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You might find out that his wife will help you. She gave her the number. And that also, like, the wife, she needs healing. Because
you could tell he do this stuff often, but he just got this was a major, caught. He got caught major this time. It seems like it's not something, it was his first time or something new with them.
Yes, I definitely said that. I think that's something that happened. But if you do think that your man is prone to cheating, because you don't know homegirl. So if you are essentially really trying to work on this situation, why would you give him her number? I mean, why would you give her his number? Yeah. Because you don't even know Shorty. She could just be like, okay, well, I will hit him up. She gave me your number. Like, you know what I'm saying? So wife, Sheree, whatever your name is from that lady on TikTok, girl, go to therapy if you want to continue in this relationship. Don't be giving out your man's number to random people that were looking for him. So, well, we'll leave that on there. And again, like I said, call in if you have a lost connection. Prentice said I better laugh when I say that weird stuff. Whatever. I'm going to go into some Senny says really quick before we go into... I'm not going to miss the next break. We're going to go into a break in a little bit, and then we're going to come back. We're going to shout out the room. So definitely get your names in there for the hearts. And then Senny says we're going to do a little sports, and we're going to be out of here. So you guys better be hanging on every word.
Hanging.
This is going to go fast. Storm Reed. I actually just... I just seen this girl. She's in a new show. She's in a show called Euphoria, but she was also in this movie that well, I don't think it just came out, but A Wrinkle in Time. I think Disney remade that, and she's in there, and she did an interview talking about how it feels dehumanizing and disheartening when stylists on set don't understand black hair. Yeah. And this has been a big topic that has come up in Hollywood lately. She opened up about she opened up about the lack of diversity in the entertainment industry, saying it was disheartening. Also while discussing her new partnership with black hair care brand Dark and Lovely, which is really great. Reed, who's 18 years old, she said in her interview that she previously struggled with on-set hairstylists who didn't know how to properly care for hair texture. She says that she hasn't always felt comfortable trying different natural hairstyles while on set or in work environments, even though she wants to express herself and showcase an appreciation of black hair. She had stated that her hair isn't really understood and her hair wasn't properly taken care of until she scored the lead role in A Wrinkle in Time. And it was then that director, Ava DuVernay, who is my friend in my head, I love her, she's a phenomenal writer, she had hired Kim Kimball as the head hairstylist on that film. If anybody doesn't know Kim Kimball, she is like, she does everybody's hair. She's
the stylist to the stars.
Right. Anybody that's anybody, especially if they're black, she probably doing their hair. And I think she's Oprah's hairstylist. Either Oprah or Beyonce, one of them. She does it. She said that it changed her life. She said it changed the way I saw that we can have these black department heads really be there and take care of you. Of course, it's not the first time somebody has black actresses have spoken up. In November 2021, model Leomi Anderson claimed that glam team at a Christian Cohen fashion show didn't know how to do her hair or makeup on black models.
Yeah, that happens often.
Yeah, Tyra Banks also spoke out in April 2018, claiming she almost lost her job with Victoria's Secret because a hairdresser didn't know how to work with her natural hair. So, this is something, and especially with makeup, the makeup that they have. And it is disheartening because, and I know a lot of people have been saying that lately about Tyler Perry's films and shows. I know I covered a story on it because they're like, Tyler Perry has all these, especially up and coming new black actresses, and their hair, their wigs be looking less than. And it's like,
yeah, he do need to step that beauty budget up.
But then he made a clapback talking about, I'm not the one doing, because he was mad because he was getting all this vitriol online because people were like, oh, well, why they hair look like that? Da, 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 da. My friend next door can lay a wig better than that. Like, da, 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 da. And he said out a tweet basically saying, it's not me. I'm not the one doing the hair. I have these hairstylist, and then we like, okay.
But you're the one hiring them. Well, should I say your company is the one hiring them? So yes, you are the head. You're responsible for anything that goes wrong in any job. If you're the boss, it's your job to make sure everything right. So if anything goes wrong, you're getting the blame for it. Period. So Tyler, step your game up, my boy.
Right. And not just Tyler, all these shows. If you have a black, and I mean, not to say all black hairstylists know how to do hair, but
They don't.
I mean, I feel like if you're in that role, if you're working on a multi-million-dollar movie set, if you're working on some of these shows are multi-million dollars.
Yeah.
And the hair on these black women is not right. And to me, I was like, oh, well, don't they have their own glam team? I don't know. If you work in Hollywood or you work on shows, or please call in 610-438-8086. Let us know what actually goes on behind the scenes, because I feel like if I'm a big star, and I'm working on this show, she's done a couple of productions. I don't think, she's an actress. She's on red carpet Hollywoods, like, things like that.
It's supposed to be budgeted into the film.
Oh, okay. So you can't even bring in your own people to do whatever.
I don't think they
Well,
do.
can they
but
talk?
Why would you want to if they paying for it?
Right. Pay my stylist.
Yeah, but they should. I believe they should. Make sure they have the proper people, equipment, product, and everything for our skin textures and tones. And everything.
But I mean, white hairstylists don't know how to work with black hair?
A lot of them
Like,
don't.
what do they teach in
what?
hair school?
I was just about to say that. When I went to beauty school, we had one black teacher there, but she grew up here. And so she was more so accustomed to the white culture as her own culture, because first of all, her hair used to look a mess. And the salon she used to work at, they had mostly Caucasians clients. So girl, she ain't know what she was doing. Let's just say I taught our multicultural section of the class. Okay.
Wow.
She didn't know how to braid. She didn't know how to do the weaves. My girl.
And to me, listen, if you white or black, the weaves is where it's at. Laying these wigs is where it's at.
For all hair.
For all hair, whatever. Learn how to braid.
Yes.
That should be the first thing y'all are learning. Because I know a couple of stylists, even a couple of my friends, they're like, I can't go to them because they don't know how to braid. And I'm like, girl, I don't need a blowout. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that's what you doing over here, and I want to support you, but you over here going to these schools and you didn't even learn how to cornroll. So,
They don't, and then a lot of them, they're not open to learning different hair textures. Well, you know what? A lot of my white counterparts in the beauty industry, they tell me our hair is intimidating for them.
Well,
they're afraid of it.
I mean, anything is intimidating, but you're actually paying money to learn. And don't you, if you're going to pay money and invest in yourself, don't you want to go where the money's at?
I want to learn everything.
I want to go where people are going and paying $600 for bundles and need it installed.
Yeah.
That's the type of hair I want to be doing, not a damn wash and blowout. No disrespect to the wash and blowouts and the roller sets, but you want to be making some money. So that should be an incentive, and
as a hairdresser
and practice
myself, I know how I can do everything for hair, all textures, all types, short, long, color, all kinds. So I wanted to learn everything. I was not just going to limit myself to the black community, because baby, we spend money, but not as much as I can get more if I have a more diverse background.
Yeah, that's true, but they ain't doing too much. Like, you could do 10 white hats a day. They just getting a blowout. They just want a straight flat iron. So if you put a little skill in there, okay, get your money up. So that is what I have for that. Then another story I'm going to do really quick before we go into our break. This was actually really disheartening. It was actually a surprise, all of these famous and influential people dying. So I don't know, I want to say soon or just unexpectedly is coming a lot. The most recent death that happened yesterday is of Vogue's former editor, Andre Leon Talley. And it's actually coming under some scrutiny, some fire right now, because he was the former editor. He had a lot, especially being a black man in the fashion industry for such a long time. A lot of people said that he was credited with, just seeing something and actually knowing the history of where that style came from, how it's evolved, and he can actually see it, see your design and, take it to the next level. He was truly a visionary. And 30 minutes after TMZ had announced his death, the Vogue magazine had put up a post about burning sage, and it was an article from like 2016. A lot of people online are saying, well, maybe it was you can preset posts to come up at a certain time, but people are like, first of all, you can override that. Everybody knows internet moves second by second. So if you have some breaking news, you need to comment on that first.
Exactly.
And when every other media public, and it's popping up on their phones. If you have a phone, you are getting news alerts, even if you don't have a news app. But if you're working in a magazine publication, you have the news updates. So you're seeing for 30 minutes, you're seeing several different publications post about his death, and y'all didn't even want to quick put up something. You're just going to let whatever pre-post was out there be out. So it put a really bad taste in everybody's mouth. Tally died at 73 years old on Tuesday, which was yesterday. It was to the disappointment of the entire fashion industry and thousands of fans Tally has inspired over the years. Despite the devastation, the major fashion publication for which Tally dedicated most of his career seemingly had the absolute worst timing in their coverage of his life and untimely death. One Twitter user had shared a thread saying this is what Vogue thought was appropriate to tweet 30 minutes after the death of beloved fashion legend and former Vogue creative director and editor-at-large Andre Leon Talley. Interestingly, tasteless as per usual with Vogue. There was also an interview that Andre had did on Tamron Hall's show not too long ago, basically talking about how he was facing eviction on his home that he's lived in for more than 16 years. I guess there was like some legal battle regarding whether it was rent to own or regularly just renting out. There was some issue on that, as well as he talked about pay disparities. He said at his time in Vogue, the most that he had accumulated in a year was about $300,000. Wow. When he found out that his white counterparts, who were mostly women, getting over $900,000 a year. Yeah. And he was like, maybe they were doing more at fashion shoots or whatever like that. But I mean, to be honest, you're basically saying that as a black man with as much knowledge as he has, which many people would say is priceless, would have to work 3 times as hard as a white woman, as a white woman, not even a man.
Right.
I can imagine what these white men over at Vogue are making, but to just be in the same tax bracket, like so he could just live in his home, and people look at him, they're like, oh, he must be making millions.
Yeah, one would assume.
Yeah. So it's very heartbreaking that through his last days, this is something that he was dealing with. But the other, and Vogue eventually they put out, they took that post down and put up a post in. But a lot of the times, it's just a little bit. What is that saying? Too much, too late.
Too little, too late.
Too little, too late. So definitely. He did have a memoir. I actually want to read it. He had a memoir that he wrote in 2020 that was actually called The Chiffon Trenches, where he actually called out Anna Wintour, who has been one of the longtime fashion editors. You can even see her. She's usually pictured at the Met Gala. She has on like these tiny little glasses and like a little bob. And she seems to be very frail, but it doesn't talk much. So, but I guess him and her had a falling out over the years. And actually in this book, he called her ruthless and not capable of human kindness. He said that his his friendship with her had become strained in recent years. And after 2018, he used to host the Met Gala red carpet, and he was replaced with YouTube influencers to do that. So I think a little of that might have had something to do with it as well. But, you know, again, it's just another show of Black people not getting as much as hard work as we put in here in these streets and culture that he probably brought to that magazine and different things like that over the years. So it's really unfortunate, but we will be back. You know, rest in peace to Andre Talley. You guys go get his books. He wrote 2. I think he wrote 2 or 3 memoirs. So he got books out there.
He
definitely would contribute that. Yes, and I want to hear it. They might be making it into a movie. So we will see. We are going to go on break, and you guys be right back with us.
DJ Young and Nut. If he ain't playing, I ain't staying.
It's Shawn Harvey featuring Senny J along with our co-host Barbi Cologne on Comedy World Net Radio.
Hey guys, it's Barbi Cologne from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team on Comedy World Net Radio.
This is Senny J from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Catch us on Comedy World Net Radio.
your song. All my sexy ladies, this your song. All my savage ladies, this your song. All my city hot girls, this your song. Yo, damn baby girl, who be you? I wonder what you look like behind that face mask too. I wonder what you taste like if I lick on you. Done seen a lot, but none quite like you. Nah, you're an oasis to the eyes. The only reason every morning man need to rise. All you gotta do is hop on a bike and ride. Slide.
I like it, I like it, I really, really like it. I want it, I want it, I really, really want it. I like it, I like it, I really, really like it. I want it, I want it, jump on it, jump on it, yeah.
Keep twirling your hair, I wanna twirl you. Have you hanging from the ceiling like a chandelier, boo. No telling really how long we gon' groove. While I'm stroking, got you twerking, got you creaming, going You're loving the fit, you're loving the feel. Got your toes curling, come on girl, let's keep it real. The front of the house, the middle of the street. Don't give a fuck, who really gon' see? Fiending for the hit, need it for the sunrise, sunset. Matter of fact, I need it all the time. Let me take a lick, overdose off a hit. Got you grabbing on your twist, ain't love.
What if the skin was the proof? There's some hard things you'll go through, and the game is rigged to make sure you lose. What you say is true. Maybe it's 'cause you're black. Maybe it's 'cause of that. Maybe it's 'cause the power in you seems to threaten that. Maybe it's 'cause you're black. They want you trapped. They want you living in a world where you feel less, like you're less than them. Yeah. Like you're less than anyone, but you're no less than them.
Every time I leave the house, I feel like I leave with doubt. I can never leave without mama telling me about what's been happening to him. Cause they all match with my skin. Man, that could have been my kin, but they put him in a bin. Either that or a bid. Cause he's black, he's a kid. Look at the conditions we are in. We get so wrapped up, caught up in the rapture. Judging others when we all live in sin. Where do I begin? Man, the story never ends. I'm discouraged with my own melanin. Isn't that a shame? Look at the progress that we made, yet it's still not a damn thing changed. But we'll overcome in the end, cause that's all that we've ever done. You're no less than to me or to anyone. Black is beautiful, you never listen to anyone. Put that on everyone.
Maybe it's cause you're black. Maybe it's cause of that. Maybe it's cause the power in you seems to threaten that. Maybe it's cause you're black.
Maybe it's because you're black. Shout out to Zell on that one. You guys remember him? He came in. Very nice young man, supporting his music. So shout out to him. Haven't heard that one in a while.
Right.
And shout out to Gross Dinero on that other song that we had playing called I Like It. So shout out to him as well. I think you guys can find those like on Apple Music or something. We are getting back into the show. What we're going to do now is, I think it'll be good. We're going to shout you guys out, you know, give you a little recognition, rocking with us today. Ooh, and it looks like it is snowing
harder outside, guys.
Yes, the snow is coming down. And this is such a weird time because, well, my kids are doing online school, so you know, they get the notifications, but we didn't get any notification that there was going to be a 2-hour delay or anything. Actually, let me check.
Yeah, they've been
let me
slacking
check
with that lately. A lot of people have been complaining that the school system hasn't been updated on time, or they're calling the parents like at 5 o'clock in the morning to let them know it's going to be a delay or no school. It's so crazy. Like, who's ever in charge of that? Come on, y'all need to get on your P's and Q's.
And even the bus riding, because even though my kids are not in school, they're still on the I guess the bus people's route and stuff like that. So I'll get a notification every day, and literally every day it's like it gives my kids names, and then it's like they will be arriving later than expected, but we will get your precious cargo back on time. And I'm like, okay, well, every day y'all would have been late. So I don't know if any of you parents are also experiencing that, but up here it's starting to snow. So check your emails and see if they're, and because I think it's hitting the southeast. There's supposed to be like some big storm coming through. So I hope you guys are all stocked up over there. Okay, so we are going to shout out the room. You guys get your hearts in the chat room. If you're listening on another platform and want to get shouted out, well, you better come on over to Facebook or on YouTube, wherever, where you can see us, and put your name in the chat room. And shout out to all the people that have been joining us like out of nowhere. We appreciate you. Definitely tell us where you're from, how you heard about the show. So, because when you guys tell us where you heard it from, it helps us. We can see where maybe we need to push more advertising or focus a little bit more time to get the most people. So thank you. Let us know. And here we go to shout out the room. I'm gonna make Shawn get some folders.
I don't know why.
Folders. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at?
City, let's go.
Turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Where the turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at?
Where the hearts
turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at?
Where the hearts
turn down for what?
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 For what? For what? Hey, for what? Hey, for what? Hey. Yeah, y'all, we gonna give it to you one more time, cause we know that's how y'all like it. Twice. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Oh, you guys, I messed it up. I missed the beat drop. I got excited.
You got a little too hype, y'all.
Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at?
City, let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey,
Hey, where the heart's at? Where the heart's at?
Where the heart?
Turn it down for what?
Hey,
Where the heart's at? Where the heart's at?
Where the heart?
Turn it down for what?
Hey,
Where the heart's at? Where the heart's at?
Where the heart?
Turn it down for what?
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 For what? For what? Hey, for what?
Hey.
We're gonna turn it down because I'm sweating. You know, my arm. First of all, I'm already nervous because Shaw's not here, and then I'm moving around, so my armpits are sweating. I'm gonna sit down.
Not the armpits. We got WM Dixon in the building. Hey, Cuzzo, good morning. Shout out to Randy Montgomery. Hey, Randy. Shamika Love is in the building. What's up, Shamika?
Hey, girl.
D-Lo is here. Shout out to you. Younger Nut is in the building. What's up, Younger Nut? Good morning. Nathaniel Jones is in the building. Hey, Nathaniel, good morning to you. Marcus, Mr. One Emoji Johnson. Hey, hey, hey. Kenyatta Brown said it's too much information, Senny.
Sorry about that. I just want to let everybody know what's going on because somebody else might be going through what I'm going through. Is anybody put a 1 in the chat room if your armpits are sweating, or if that's the first place that always starts sweating for you when you're nervous? Some people like their hands get clammy. Not me.
My palm. Oh my God. Oh, it'd be so wet.
It goes straight to the pits for me.
Not the pit.
Straight
Not
here.
The pits.
That's why I wore black, because I knew I was going to be nervous today. Okay, Barbie, go home.
LaShawn BX is here. What's up, LaShawn? Good morning to you. He said, stop it. Ew. There said, ew. Lynette Net Serrano is in the building. What's up, girl? Here is your tea. Whoa, bam.
Yes.
Yes. Lakeisha Berglund is in the building. What's up, girl? Fever Man is here. Hey, hey, hey. Sonia Murray is in the building. What's up, Sonia? Valerie Thomas is here. Hey, Valerie. Shout out to Audrey A. Johnson. Derek Lawson is in the building. Doris Rios is here. Nicole Harris is in the building. Morel Ogburn Gray is here. Hey, hey, hey. Shout out to LaShawn Hayes Jones. Kenyatta Brown. Princess Cox. Good morning, Mr. Robinson.
Hey, Kenyatta. Where have you been, bro? But good to see you back in the fold. Y'all remember Kenyatta? He was back in the day. He was calling it or whatever, working out back. Older.
Yeah.
Gentleman. Here you go. Danielle
Williams is here. I know I forgot some names because, y'all, I'm in and out because I don't feel too good today. I'm in and out to the bathroom. I got a crazy headache right now, and I feel like real nauseous. So if I forgot y'all, I'm sorry.
Barbie's trying to get it together over here.
I'm trying to get it together, y'all, but it's not coming together.
It's not coming together.
I need to go back home and restart my day.
No problem, girl. So we truly appreciate you guys. Definitely. We appreciate you. We want to make sure that you are, that you stay connected with us on social media. The Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Our business page on Facebook. Please make sure you like and share it, which a lot of people have been doing lately. We appreciate that. We also have a group page, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team group. The group is popping. We post so many funny things, informational things, ratchet things. It's just a group for all y'all. Right. So definitely make sure you join it and invite other people to join it. We still haven't broken 5,000. I think we're like almost there. We're like at 4,990. So definitely invite people into that space. YouTube, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. We've had a couple new subscribers. We need more subscribers on YouTube, so definitely share that. iHeartRadio platform, we're on there. Shout out to 108 Soul New York. We love them over there. We truly appreciate them streaming with them. So that is a place that you want to go for New York's hip hop, R&B, and music of the future. So y'all make sure you check them out, follow them. Comedy World Net, we appreciate you. Shout out to Crystal and Angel out there in Las Vegas. Hey, ladies. All the ladies are working today. Where the men at? Where you at? So we truly appreciate all of that. So now we are going to get into front page news with Senny J, where I will let you know, you guys, what is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. And actually, let me just check to make sure I'm on time, which I think we are. We are on time. So I'm going to get into a couple of stories and let you guys know what's going on out there. This story actually, I'm really happy about because y'all know I love Cardi B, and you know, she's just everything great. And right now she is going through, you know, something. She's actually fighting with this blogger about, you know, about whether she got herpes or not. So it's a defamation lawsuit. So she's dealing with that. But in dealing with all of that, she came out to make a statement that she will be paying for the funeral costs for the NYC apartment fire victims that happened in the Bronx just recently, unfortunately. She said she will cover the funeral costs for the victims of the deadly Bronx blaze that killed 17 people earlier this month. City Hall said in a statement, the Bronx native and Grammy award-winning artist has committed to paying costs, including repatriation expenses for some victims buried in the Gambia, through the mayor's fund's Bronx Fire Relief Fund. The fund has raised more than $2.5 million to date, on top of more than $1.5 million raised through various GoFundMe pages. All 17 victims of the fire, many from the Gambia, died of smoke inhalation. Authorities, you know, like I reported before, say a malfunctioning electric space heater started the blaze, and then smoke was allowed to, you know, permeate through the building. I guess when they were vacating, they were leaving the doors open. They do say it's important to close doors after you leave, I guess, a room that has been cleared and secured to keep, you know, to stay back the fire and keep the smoke from going everywhere. She said, I cannot begin to imagine the pain and anguish that the families of the victims are experiencing, but I hope that not having to worry about the costs associated with burying their loved ones will help as they move forward and heal. So shout out to Cardi B. I think that's totally amazing. Something that nobody asked her to do, but you know, that is her home, her hometown, and she wanted to help out. So I respect her for that. And I hope that, you know, maybe other artists that come out of New York will, you know, help her in paying for these things. But I'm sure Cardi got it. You know, she out here buying houses all over the place and doing all these shows. Yes. Shout out to Cardi B. Love you, girl. I talk to her like she's my friend in my head. I don't care what she's talking about. She could be talking about the most ratchetest of stuff, or doing her she likes to do like little food videos where she be eating and stuff. I'm like, yes, you can. If you ever look at one of Cardi's old videos or anything, you probably see me in the comments like, yes, girl, totally. So I'm all for her. So I am. I love her. Everything she says, I'm like, yo, girl, they don't want to listen to you. They don't want to listen to you.
No wrong.
Yes. So the next story that I have here. Sorry, y'all. I'm over here trying to look at y'all in the comments, and it's taking out my stories that I had. The next story that I have for you is the supply chain crisis. Have you guys been going to the stores and not seeing some of your favorite items? They're basically saying that Western consumers are conditioned to have a ton of choice in their shopping experience. This makes supply chain issues more challenging as retailers have to stock more items. Some stores are cutting back on the variety of items they offer, which is keeping up with the mantra that less is more. Basically, what they're saying is due to the different supply chains are actually broken right now, either due to too many people out on COVID, or I think it's all COVID, basically, what's happening. And then when we had that thing going on in like the canal, there was a lot of stuff that was on there that, you know, furniture, automotive parts, they're having a shortage of cars. I was talking to one person and they said that her dealership had sent her a thing. They were willing to pay like over $5,000 over the Kelley Blue Book value of her car, because there a lot of car dealerships and stuff. There's like a shortage of, I guess, the chips and the inventory that they use to make the cars. So they're having people, like design their cars and then they'll get shipped to them like a couple of weeks later, and buying people's cars so that they can put, fix them, do whatever they have to do and keep them so that they have inventory so people will come in. And when you go to a car dealership, you want to go in, you want to get a car, you want to drive away with it.
Right.
I don't want to hear I got to wait 2-3 more weeks for it to get shipped in. I don't want to hear that. So now they're buying up other people's car backs. But basically in the stores, people are seeing a lot of empty shelves, or they'll go back in a couple days and it's still empty. So a lot of people are saying that retailers are starting, especially like Walmart. You go into Walmart, you expect to get everything you need in one full swoop and leave. But they're saying that bigger stores like that need to follow the likes of Aldi's, Lidl's, Lidls, Lidl. I never seen that store. Dollar General.
It's kind of newish.
It's newish. Is it like an Aldi's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a little bit.
The Dollar Generals and Dollar Trees, because most of these stores, they have a limited number of specific items in their stores, but they have a large stock of their own brand goods. This means that they can reduce costs and streamline supply chains. So they're basically telling people like less is more. If you just stick to the basic, a lot of local brands to where you live, that you should be able to get the necessities that you need. Yeah. But if you don't, you might be facing more shortages even with other things. But I think more people are starting to shop online too. So that will cease a lot of that. LA's infamous Cecil Hotel, and even though I think it's famous for a lot of other reasons that aren't necessarily the best, because I believe this was the hotel that was on Netflix's, Netflix had like a true crime story series. And this was featuring that hotel. I guess like, what are they called? The hotel clerks or a tourist or something. It was either the clerk or a tourist. They went somewhere in the hotel and then they disappeared. Like nobody ever found them, and they didn't know where they ended up. And it was like the mysterious death of the Cecil Hotel, something like that. But it also includes having serial killers like Richard Night Stalker Ramirez and Jack Unterweger, numerous suicides and at least 2 murders and many mysterious deaths. Okay, they have it. It says one of the most notable cases was the eerie disappearance of Canadian tourist Elisa Lamb, whose body turned up in a water tank on the roof. That was it. Her body was found in the tank, the water tank on the roof of the hotel.
That's crazy.
And nobody know how she got there. So that was on Netflix. So a lot of people, they feel like this is a very troubled past with this hotel, but they decided to use this building to house up to 600 low-income residents. This is in California. The Skid Row Housing Trust cut the ribbon on December 14th, actually, officially opening the landmark Cecil Hotel as 100% affordable housing. The building, which was acquired by Simon Barron Development and is managed by the Skid Row Housing Trust, will be home to 600 individuals experiencing housing insecurity. Each unit is between 160 and 176 square feet. So I guess the size of the hotel. Accommodating one person, and it comes with guarded entry, a community kitchen, a laundry facility, a recreational room, and on-site case management services. This is a privately funded and self-sustaining project, which will be available to low-income renters earning between 30 and 60% of the area's median income, so which is about $24,000 in that year. As we've been seeing in California, Skid Row has been very overrun, definitely in these past years, with people with the homeless and you know, it's been really disheartening to see that. And they've been trying to I think I reported on another building that they were using to house individuals. So I guess they're just looking for more housing that's maybe already there that they don't have to rebuild. I don't know. I don't know.
Nice giving new life to old and run down.
Yeah, giving new life, but I don't know. People believe that things are like haunted.
Well, they or things. You want to be haunted or homeless?
Oh, that's true.
I
but
mean,
then,
I would rather sleep in a scary bed in the cold floor, a cold ground. Okay, make a scary choosy, girl, child. I better go on there, pray, and move on about your business.
Barbie said, "Get in there, and pray."
You're warm. You got a warm bed, sleep in. Hush, and go to sleep.
That's right. That's right, Barbie. That's right. Just do that, y'all. Pray and go to sleep.
You'll be all right.
I like that.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. This story is actually really sad. A 16-year-old Wendy's employee was shot through a drive-through window after a dispute over barbecue sauce.
Yeah, Jay.
What is going on? On Thursday night, this was last week, 16-year-old Brian Durham was working the drive-through window at a Wendy's in Phoenix, Arizona, when he was shot in the head. An arrest has since been made in connection with the incident. His father did an interview to say that he went to work that day, happy, but he never expected to be shot, which none of us do.
I don't think anyone expect to be shot at work. Especially when they ain't do nothing wrong.
Come on, Dad. Were you nervous on that interview?
Right.
The incident took place off 19th Avenue and Glendale Road in Phoenix. It was triggered by an argument over an order that included barbecue sauce. And what's more unfortunate is that his son was not even involved with the order.
He was just standing behind the manager, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was the one, I guess, at the first window.
Yeah.
Where they. Or maybe the second window where they take your money. He was just working the register. And he was in between the window and his coworker. So I guess the coworker that was supposed to get the sauce was like, F your sauce. And he was like, oh, F my sauce? And the guy is in the middle when it happened. Yeah. So police say the suspect exited his vehicle, pulled a handgun out, and opened fire. He then jumped into the passenger side of the vehicle and as it fled the scene. The bullet struck the child. They struck him and it nicked a part of his brain. They said they arrested the 27-year-old Theotis Polk, who investigators discovered was the shooter. He is facing aggravated assault charges. The boy, he's going to keep fighting. He did survive. They said the bullet fragments hit his brain. So when he wakes up fully, because he hasn't been talking. Yeah. They say that when they talk to him, he moves his fingers.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, I mean that's good. That's some brain function is working, but I guess they just want to wait till all that goes down and settles. Right. But his father
is real. I tell you, barbecue sauce. People are getting so angry over the smallest things now. Like you are shooting and killing people because you can get a barbecue sauce.
Right.
Dang.
But why even where you have your gun out for? Right. And that's why sometimes they be like they'll say that people need to get mental health before they get these guns, because
I'm all for that.
You over here with a concealed weapon or open carry and you just feel like you just gonna pop somebody anytime somebody makes you upset. That's not what it's for. It's for to protect yourself in the face of danger. So I think that a lot of people need to realize that. So that is really disheartening. And then I just have one more story for you. A lot of people have been finding this story peculiar. A woman, Throwback Thursday, I don't remember reporting this story, but I probably seen it and I didn't get to tell you guys. A Texas judge has actually ruled that this mother, there was no probable cause against a mother who allegedly had put her son in the trunk of a car to avoid herself being exposed to COVID-19. Sarah Beam, who's 41, she was charged with endangering a child after she allegedly placed her 13-year-old son, who had COVID-19, in the trunk to avoid being exposed while she went to a testing site. According to the warrant, the mother told authorities she wanted to prevent exposure to the virus while driving her son to the site for additional testing. So I guess he had it.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to make sure he had it or didn't have it.
Okay, so you live in the same house with this young man. How you was already exposed, baby girl.
Exactly.
Sometimes people don't think. What?
Girl, they don't. Judge Chris Morton ruled Thursday there was no probable cause for the charge. They will continue to review the evidence and see, if there's anything else that needs to be found. But to me, They over here locking up black women for using a different address,
Right.
just so they kid can go to school.
So yeah.
And she's over here, and I don't know. It just makes me think: if she were black, would they have gone through with the charges?
Yeah, they would have.
Everything's not always about race, they say, but it was enough at the time for the police to feel like that was child endangerment.
I thought it was child endangerment.
I mean, how far away do you live? Nobody's supposed to be in a trunk. Anything could have happened. God forbid? What if you would have gotten into an accident or anything like that?
Exactly.
No seatbelts, no nothing. Like let's really list all the dangerous. Did you put a child in danger? Ma'am, yes you did. For absolutely no reason. That doesn't make any sense. Because then, even if you find out he does have COVID, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do with him at home?
Right, you still gotta go back home with him in the same house, lady.
You gonna put him in a closet? You gonna put him in the basement?
Lock him in the basement.
Are you gonna cook for him and give him any food? Because you don't wanna.
Because you gotta give it to him.
Girl,
Foolish.
these people out here doing anything. Mental health is real. People need to get some help out there. So.
Yeah,
that is what I have right now.
And I understand people probably a little afraid, because they don't know the outcome or how it's going to be, whatever. But sweetheart, stop and just think before you react to some things first.
And it also makes me think, like, is she vaccinated?
Right.
Are you vaccinated, or did you get yourself tested first? Maybe, because that's what I thought at first when I first heard the story. I was like, maybe maybe she was going to get the COVID shot, but she didn't want to leave her, she didn't want to infect her son. So I didn't know that he had already have it. But girl, Sarah Beam, I think they should charge her, a little misdemeanor child endangerment.
Right.
They have a low-level child endangerment. They have a low-level child endangerment that they can file against her, because I think she needs some type of charges just off GP, just because. So we will, I guess, be finding out about that, but I don't think anything else is going on. Yes, we are going to go on a quick break. We will be back, and we're going to come back with a little sports for you guys. And then, was there not a lot of sports, Barbie?
There's not a lot.
She's like, we'll see what we're going to come back with. Okay, so you guys stay right there. And we will be right back. I'll try and find maybe something we have an alert of in a second. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing.
You're in the wrong thing?
I'm in the wrong thing. I'll put a pause on that. Hold on 1 second.
Get in the right thing, girl. Get in the right thing. We don't want the wrong thing around here, okay?
We'll be right back.
Yes.
what they say. I've been through feminist statistics, a tickle said don't holistic. They don't know how sweet you sound when you say, hey girl, what time you coming down? I work like a slave for it, turn all day, pray for it, swim shore to shore for it, go out like a whore for it, cause when I'm down, I'm down. What time you want me round? We had our thing, now we're done. But sometimes fuck just for fun. And it's real cool, and it feels good, or at least it should.
everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We are back. I am going to actually give you guys one more story that I was made aware of over here about there's been a lot of shootings in these Burger Kings and Wendy's and different places like that. So if I were a parent, my kid would not be working at a fast food joint. Okay, especially in this day and age. I know a lot of people think that that's like a great first job for your kid. I don't know. Hopefully my kids won't have to work, because I'm not one of those parents. I don't believe in, oh, you live here, you got to contribute, you got to pay this. I think that kids should be kids. We have literally our whole lives to work until we die. Okay. That's all we do. So I think, and especially with all of these schools and different things, like the different places like that need funding, that take away kids' art and music and sports programs and things like that. There's not a lot of place where these kids can find out who you are in doing different things. You get inspired, it unlocks different parts of your brain and different things like that. So I feel like if you can, try not to push your kid into work, because there's always going to be work for them to do. Okay. So if you can have them stay home a little longer, be inside, not exposing them to the elements, and have them doing other things that can be productive for them, I think is really beneficial. And I hope to be able to do the same for my kids. I'm not pushing them out to work. However, she is a Burger King worker who is 16. She was shot dead in a botched drive-through robbery that she actually helped stage with her coworker best friend, and I guess her coworker best friend's father as the robber. She did pass away in the crossfire when another colleague fired at the intruder. A teenager who was working at the drive-thru at a Milwaukee Burger King. This one happened in Milwaukee, but I know that I was reading a story about a girl in New York who was shot at a Burger King. They're still looking for the killer, and there was 2 other shootings in Houston at fast food restaurants, and then the one that I just reported about the 16-year-old. So be careful out there. Now, she was working the drive-thru at a Milwaukee Burger King when she was shot and killed in the robbery. Naisha Harris Brazel, who was 16, was working a shift with her best friend, Mariah Edwards. And this was on January 2nd. So just a few minutes prior, surveillance footage caught a man in a red hoodie and a face mask waving a pistol around and demanding money, as the girl, who I guess was in on this, okay? Mm-hmm. She frantically took money out of the cash register and cried for help. Now, investigators initially believed the man in the red hoodie who had demanded the cash was the one who shot her. Now, and also, just for clarification, the man in the red hoodie who's demanding the money is her best friend's father.
Yeah.
Okay? But when they reviewed surveillance footage taken from another camera, they discovered the quote-unquote robber never opened fire. Instead, the shot was fired from inside the Burger King, and they're now searching for the girl who got shot. They're searching for her coworker, Derek Ellis, who's 34 years old, who apparently tried to shoot the robber and inadvertently hit her. Now, this coworker, I don't know if he was in on it. I don't think so.
I don't think, from what I read, I don't think, it didn't sound like he was in on it. It sounded like he was trying to defend the restaurant. First of all, let me tell you something. It's Burger King money. They got insurance for that. Why are you sitting here? Why? First of all, why you got a gun at work? That's for one. Okay. And why are you trying to defend that money? Give them the money and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
It's not your money.
Right.
Okay? It's not yours. He ain't robbing you personally. He robbing damn Burger King Corporation.
Who you trying to shoot?
Right. And shot the wrong damn person. See, everybody should have guns. God dang.
But also, why is he running?
Right. Because he done shot some dead body. Scared. Stupid ass. The boy scared now. Oh, you was tough when you pulled your gun out all willy-nilly.
Yeah. But I mean, bro, you might not even get no charges. You might. Well, maybe if you had the gun illegally.
Right. Maybe it was illegal gun. But my thing is, it's not your money to try to defend. It is the Burger King Corporation's money. He ain't robbed you personally. She was taking the money out there going to register. You should have mind your damn business.
Yeah.
Because I would have mind mine because that ain't my money. Just like that. Because they got insurance for that.
I'd be like, I would just open up the register and be like, go ahead.
You know how much you want? All of it? All right.
Help yourself. We got some patties in the back.
Right, you hungry?
We got some
you want some fries? Go with that.
We got plenty for you in the back. Okay, so Antoine, who's the guy in the red hoodie, the father, her best friend's father, he is facing charges of felony murder, intentionally contributing to the delinquency of a child with death, a consequence. I don't know if that's a typo, and possession of a firearm by a felon. While the guy who shot is facing murder charges. It is unclear what charges Mariah may face. Mariah is the girl's best friend who was also, who worked at the Burger King as well. I think she should get conspiracy.
Yeah, some kind of conspiracy.
Some type of conspiracy charges because she knew what was going down when everything happened. She didn't try to stop it.
Right, she was in on it.
And how much money were y'all really going to get? Because from what I can see, it's about 4 people involved in this. How much money was y'all?
How y'all splitting what, $25?
How much money does it bring? Because they only keep a certain amount,
right? Because they change
in the register and all of that.
Every few hours.
I'm gonna need my people to do better. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get on that internet and do some
research.
Do some white collar crimes, some embezzlement, a little, start an app, create a crypto, and then shut it down. You know? There's some real crimes of 2020. We don't need this snatch and grab. We too evolved for that now.
Listen here, I ain't about
you
to
ain't grabbing enough.
Nobody else's money. You can have this money. You want it? Here you go. I'm gonna mind my business because listen here, that business ain't paying me enough to die for, or to shoot nobody for, or go to jail for.
Yeah,
how much you getting paid? $10 an hour, $12 an hour. Now you're behind in jail, about to go to jail. You dead, dummy. Y'all about to face some felony charges for murder. You about to go to jail, and they looking for you to go to jail. I ain't got time for that.
Barbie said, I'm just trying to leave. And I know the girl, I just feel so sad. You're so young. You just thought you were probably going to get this quick thing. And then all this happened. So it's a very sad situation. I hope everybody is charged. I mean, Derek Ellis, I think they should go easy on him. But, bro, you shouldn't have ran.
And as an adult, the girl, what's her name, Mariah? The father, what was his name again?
Oh, Antoine, the father.
You should know better.
Oh yeah, the father.
What in the world were you thinking? Conspiring with these 2 little girls. You should know better, stupid.
Just
the heck.
Just hood. I feel like this only goes on in like the hood because no regular adult,
right,
with free thinking of his mind, and he must be in the streets because you're supposed to be deterring your kids away from doing this type of behavior.
Exactly.
And so when's it going down? We got everything we need.
Right. All right, so what time you said you're going to be there?
You going to be
at
there.
5 o'clock, right? And get real busy around this time, so I should come around this time. You're so stupid. That's why your ass is going to jail.
Yeah, your ass is going to jail, all y'all. So I will be following this story closely. I'll let you know what they going to get, because y'all going to get what's coming to you. And then it's like, Mariah, what about when they do the funeral? Is the best friend, are you going?
She gonna be in jail by the girl. She ain't got time to go to funeral. Gonna find her hotel. She gonna be in the county. Girl, she gonna be in the county. She's not gonna be able to make. She ain't gonna be able to go. She gonna be with them in spirit.
She gonna be with them in spirit. Girl. And actually, this is actually just my last story, but I was really actually kind of upset about it. Netflix, they are raising the price. They're raising the price. They say they want to do it to, they have to raise the prices again this year because they need to continue putting out content for us. But they're not putting the content out fast enough.
Right.
I feel like I'm waiting a year, 2 years for shows. And that now when they come out with the second season, I got to binge watch all this extra. Well, they are raising the price. So if you haven't, I'm about to let you know really quick what you're about to pay. It's going up like $1 or $2, but you know they have all these different plans. So depending on the plan you have, the basic plan, which allows subscribers to the basic plan, which allows subscribers to watch on one screen at a time and does not include HD and Ultra HD, will jump from $8.99 per month to $10 per month. The middle tier plan, which is the standard plan, will see an increase of $1.50, rising from $12.99 per month to $15.50 per month, which allows subscribers to stream on 2 screens at once. And I think the biggest plan, which allows subscribers to watch on 4 screens at once with Ultra HD available, will see the largest increase at an extra $2 per month. So usually subscribers who only spent $18 per month will now be paying $20 per month, a $2 increase. And this goes same for Canada. For Canada. You know, in their money or whatever. So, you know, these changes are taking place. Right now, if you're a new subscriber, they're taking place off the jump. But people that have been grandfathered in for a little while, shout out to my mom, they'll be experiencing this change. I think at the end of November or February. So for your February bill, it's gonna be a little bit higher.
Yeah, I'm sick of Netflix. Okay.
So I hope my mom can make the change.
But they my team, and I'm gonna stick beside them.
That's right. Netflix, I know. I just feel like it's just one of those staple streaming apps you need to have. Even though I have been watching a lot of HBO Max lately and Amazon Prime. There's some good shows on there. But I guess everybody loves Netflix for their shows. So that is what I have for you guys. Definitely let me know if you're sticking beside Netflix or you about to cancel them because you tired of them. Because you tired of their BS. So now we're going to go into a little sports.
A little bit of sports
for you. See what people have. And then we're out. Y'all better hang on every word. No, go ahead,
Fitness
Barbi.
guru Cynthia Deck makes history in signing a multi-million-dollar deal with a football team. Cynthia Deck, just in case y'all know that she's a female, a fitness guru and track athlete, became the first woman to sign a multi-million-dollar football contract with a newly founded Women's Football League Association and made her the face of the organization. Deck will play for the LA Flames. I didn't even know they had female football teams.
What?
I check that out. Yeah. In what is described as an elite full tackle football league. The league is set to rival the U.S. Women's League Football League and the Women's Football Alliance and the Women's National Football Conference. She said that she's had many ups and downs in the sports world, but to know that I am now the highest paid female football player to date only confirmed what God has planned for me. Deck has amassed more than 396,000 new followers on Instagram, and now has been labeled the Queen of Abs. It doesn't say exactly how much the deal was worth, but kudos to her, the first woman, and y'all, she's an African American girl. So go ahead, girl. Go ahead, Cynthia. We're proud of you.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had female football. Girl, get that money. We know it's not as much.
She is beautiful.
But it's enough.
She's beautiful.
Whoa, she is. Girl, why you playing football?
Her body is to die for, because she's one of the little girly tomboys.
Yeah. Concussions are real. Don't you see all these football people out here acting erratic and getting these having these violent things? We have to look it up, I guess, for women's football, if they do like full tackling,
yeah.
full contact, all that. Whoa.
All right, so yeah, they play, and y'all know how females could be sometimes. We very competitive too, so that could be like really exciting to watch. I'm gonna have to check it out. Let me see.
We gonna have to check it out with y'all female football. Yeah, and they should have it on TV, but we all know that they won't. Prentice Cox, are you tuning in to watch women's football?
You gonna watch Apprentice?
Are you gonna watch it? You guys all know what Shawn would say. Shawn will not be watching female football unless they have on
no
booty
shorts.
right,
or
no
slim
clothes.
to none. Right.
He wants booty shorts. We can't do stilettos on the field, Shawn.
Right. Can't do that, Shawn.
So I don't know what else he'd like to see that might get him interested in that. Maybe a little maybe he wants when they do the full contact, like more engaging on the ground, rolling in the grass.
Right. Prentice said, "Bring back lingerie football." Prentice,
and that wasn't even a real league, was it? I think it was some people just did for fun.
Yeah, playing around. It was a full contact, whatever.
It was not full contact, bro. Did we have any sports scores?
Yeah,
Nothing
we got
happening?
some scores. A few football. NBA scores for you guys. The Pacers and the Lakers played yesterday. The Pacers won against the Lakers 111-104. The Clippers and the Nuggets played. The Nuggets won 113-128. The Utah Jazz and the Houston Rockets. The Rockets won 116-111. 133 Pistons and 131 Kings. Pistons won. Spurs and Thunder played. Spurs had 118 and the Thunder had 96. I thought I was about to say 69. Wait a minute, where's my mind today? The Mavericks beat the Raptors 102-98. The Bucks pulled off a win against the Grizzlies 128-114. The Timberwolves played the Hawks, and the Hawks won 134-122. 76ers beat out Magic 123-110, and the Hornets and the Celtics played. The Celtics won, put a win, and had 122-118. The Nets won against the Wizards by 1 point, 119 Nets, 118 Wizards, and the Trailblazers and the Heat played, and the Heat won 104-92. Those are your scores for the NBA basketball games, guys.
That's what they have for you. So I wish I could give you some interesting stuff about sports, but I absolutely know nothing about them. I don't even know where half these teams are playing. I just found out last week that we have a football team called the Cardinals, and so I guess that can tell you the extent of my sports. So that's all that we have for you guys today. We will be here tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know, because I think that Shawn he's away right now. He's working, quote unquote, but
is he really working?
Is he really working? We don't know. So we will see you guys tomorrow, or we may not. So why don't you just stay by your phones tomorrow morning?
Because you might get a surprise. You might not.
You might get a surprise. But we truly appreciate you guys rocking with us this morning. Definitely make sure that you stay connected with us on all your social media, and we will see you tomorrow. Let me get the right camera on this one. I don't know how Shawn stands all the way over here. We're going to have to get, and I'm not as tall as him, so the camera angles look weird. But we'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Here.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye. We got it.
You've done should come with a disclaimer so that no one ever falls for what you got. She'll never fall again. She won't. He should come with a disclaimer. They've been on an elevator, and who could blame her? He was going down and she was going up. What you've done should come with a disclaimer She'll never fall again. She won't. He should come on a disclaimer. Blaming on an elevator, and who could blame her? He was going down and she was going up. Excuse me, please.